podcasty hangout thing. Damn it, I hate when it does that. It tells me I've gone live, and then it tells me a second time I've gone live, so...
Congratulations, you've gone live.
Bingo!
So are we live?
Yeah, I guess we're live. Wow,
Are we live?
Yeah, we're live.
Is this episode 5 of Super Barley Brothers?
This is. Welcome. Who the fuck are you? You're not supposed to be. I didn't invite you. I don't know what's going on here.
Yeah, technology. You probably said it to public already.
There you go.
Damn, that would suck. Oh, yeah, drinking. Oh, damn, that head sucks. So.
What you drinking there, bud?
I am drinking a beer. I am drinking a Odell's Loose Leaf American Seasonal Ale.
Nice.
So far, this is the second one I'm into tonight. So my name is Ian. I also go by Fiend75002. Tonight we're going to talk about what we've been playing, what we've been drinking, Dallas Comic-Con, and our E3 predictions. Let's just run down the gamut and have everybody introduce themselves. Go!
Who's up first? Okay, apparently I'll go first. Thanks, nobody, for saying a damn thing. All right, I am John, at Phoenix42 for Twitter handle and or most of the gaming platforms that are available. Currently, I am drinking this is a Prairie Artisan Ales Wine Barrel Noir, and it is fucking phenomenal.
I like the glass.
Show off that glass.
That's my...
Temptress glass?
This is the Temptress glass, except this is the one that they did for the Mole Temptress. And I'm meeting a gentleman tomorrow to pick up the Raspberry Temptress glass that I failed to get a hold of.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. So, that is I.
I'll go next real quick because this will probably be the most listened to podcast since I won't be able to talk that much tonight.
Amen.
I'm Scott. You can see my information somewhere around the bottom right here. I'm at Flip42 FL1P42 for those that are listening to the audio-only podcast. And I am not drinking tonight, but I did on Friday pick up a Firestone Walker Parabola 2014 last bottle, and I'm very proud to say that I have that and the Sukaba for this year so far.
Nice. Very nice.
Why don't you get a hot toddy there, Flip? Probably help you out. Okay. There you go.
A hot toddy.
No alcohol, but it is got cider in it.
Lottie Dottie, we likes the hot toddy.
Yeah, pretty much. Jerry JD_Shep is my Twitter handle. And I am drinking something that's been in the fridge for a little bit too long, but it's still good. A pumpkin. It's unusual drinking something pumpkin-y in May, but whatever. It's the only beer I had.
How's the flavor taste?
It's good. I like it.
Good deal.
Yummy.
Is that the dark one or is it the light one?
That's the light one.
Okay, so yeah, this is probably about the time that you should have drank it anyways.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, you know. I forgot to go by the beer store, so that's what I did.
I feel you. It just so happened that since I was out and about, I was like, oh crap, I need to run by the beer store, or I'm going to be drinking whatever is in the back of that fridge, and I think I got a Shinerbach Hefeweizen that's been in there for like 4 years now.
Aged.
No.
Yeah, that's probably not going to turn out too well.
No, I'm holding on to that one to cook with it.
Ooh, beer burger.
No, I was talking about methamphetamines, but burgers sound like that would be a good idea as well.
Okay. NSA, please ignore that comment.
Not everybody involved was tied into that comment. We're not all cooking methamphetamines, just Jerry.
Oh, Scott's the one that was the Breaking Bad expertise. Yeah, see?
I like how his eyes are huge. He's like, guys, shut up. You're outing the system.
I only spread the knowledge. I don't partake in the knowledge.
There you go.
Oh, he's a teacher, not a doer.
No, yeah, you can never blame the teacher for the students using the knowledge they are given.
No, whatever's available is available.
Very true. All right, well, let's dive right into this so that we're not on this thing until 12 o'clock. Jerry, I heard that you took a field trip down to the Dallas Comic-Con that was taking place this weekend. What did you see and or do and or buy while you were there?
I was all by myself. I was quite lonely.
I'm sorry.
But it's okay. So today they had panels that I did not participate in because there was too daggum much shopping going on. The thing was freaking ginormous. I was actually at the Dallas Convention Center, and my feet are killing me. My legs are killing me from walking around that massive shopping so much. But they did have the Firefly cast there as a reunion type thing. They had the Star Trek Next Generation cast there, but you had to pay extra for their little reunion Q&A thing. I didn't feel like paying extra. They had Christopher Lloyd there. They had William Shatner there. They had I forget his name now, guy who plays Spartacus and Deathstroke on the new Arrow show.
Me.
Huh?
No, I'm kidding.
That's you?
It's me.
Wow.
I'm right here. You didn't have to go anywhere for it.
Interesting.
Next time I see you, will you sign my tits?
Sure.
You shaved.
The razor.
You look totally different without a beard.
I know, right?
Yeah. But what I did, Sam De La Rosa, the guy who did a lot of different stuff, but mine famous is the Venom Lethal Protector. I'll take pictures and put this up on the blog, but I got his signature on that.
Nice.
I like the way that he and the team did the Lethal Protector Venom. To me, that was the best looking Venom for me, and I liked the series. And I've been trying to Google this guy, and I can't find him, but he did some other. He was a local artist type thing, and I got a Wolverine there.
Very nice.
Got an Avengers.
This is working out really well for the guys that are listening to the podcast.
Yeah, well, I'm going to have pictures on the blog so they can log on later. And then the Spider-Man, the mini Spider-Men, all the different costumes and everything like that, same position and whatnot. So it was kind of cool. So now I can fill up my wall where I have nothing there. And
yeah, I'm sorry. I was going to say, I noticed that Superman poster picture that you bought a while back is sitting on the floor next to you.
Yeah, I'm lazy.
It's all right. You can see my walls. I have nothing up there.
That's pretty much what it boils down to, is pure laziness. And then I was trying to get freaking why is it slipping my head? What are these things called?
Graphic novels?
Thank you. Golly. It's been a long day. I was trying to complete the Civil War series. I only found one. I couldn't find, the Frank Miller Dark Knight Returns that I wanted. But had a good time. Took some snaps of some people in cosplay, and that's about it.
Did you happen to see a Cyclops and Jean Grey running around together?
No.
I'm not trying to be facetious. I actually, there's a buddy of mine that I'm friends with on Facebook that I haven't seen in years, but all of a sudden I see these pictures all over his Facebook feed. Him and his either wife or girlfriend, I'm not sure what their thing is. They were dressed up as Cyclops and Jean Grey. In fact, they met up with a bunch of the other people that were cosplaying as X-Men characters, and Stan Lee got them all together and took one big shot with them. So
Nice.
Not shot, but
yes, no,
shot.
yes.
I did see a steampunk Deadpool. That was kind of cool.
Nice.
Did you get a picture of that?
Yes.
Nice. I'd love to see that.
We're putting that on the blog.
Page, yeah.
And and then when I got down there, I realized why I avoid Dallas like the plague. Freaking hate driving there. I freaking hate parking there. I got lost. 3 times.
Should have taken the train.
I didn't want to.
Okay, well, good point. Very good point. I never want to take the train, so... Well, I take that back. Anytime I go anywhere with my kiddo, I don't want to take the train just because I'd like to be in complete control of where he sits. And if I'm going with more than 5 people, I don't want to take the train because I don't want anybody to get split up because they were looking at their fucking phone when they should have been paying attention to where they are standing.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. True dat, homie.
So, other than that, did you see anything else of note, or is there anything else that you want to bring up?
No. It was pretty boring, I guess, because I didn't do the panels.
Well, I mean, if I had gone, I would have been primarily running around the retailer floor. I probably wouldn't have even gotten in line for any autographs or anything like that, unless James O'Barr was there. Then that'd be a whole different story altogether. But
yeah, that's what I was about to ask you, Jerry. Did you see any vendors, like local vendors, that you got any cards for, or did you talk to any local? Like, I know that you showed that picture of the local artist, but
yeah, I gotta try to find him.
Yeah, the vendor floor. I thought whenever I went, just because I went one year by myself as well, and yeah, I mean, panels are cool and autographs are long ass lines, but you get stuff that you can't get anywhere else at a local comic book store, and that's the whole premise of what I like about Comic-Con is you get stuff that people either make themselves and sell, or that are trying to get rid of their shit for very cheap prices. That's why I didn't know if you had found any. So did you not get any comics?
Well, just that one graphic novel. I mean,
Right.
there was a ton. I mean, a ton of comics. There was, a lot of 50-cent stuff, a lot of dollar stuff, but first of all, I didn't have my list with me. I had put it on Google Drive, but I couldn't get freaking reception in that building for nothing, so I couldn't even see like what I needed. So I didn't bother, and a lot of them, unfortunately, they didn't organize it either. Because they're like you said, they're just getting rid of their backstock or whatever. So it's not alphabetized. It's all over the place. I mean, and so you have to dedicate like 20, 30 minutes to go through all their bins. And, it got to the point where it was just the return on investment was losing appeal at that point. But I did get a card from Boomerang Comics. I want to say this was the one in Louisville, and they supposedly have a huge selection of graphic novels. I forgot, he quoted the square footage, but I don't know if it's as big as Madness, but Madness, I mean, most of their floor space is dedicated for gaming, not really, purchases and whatnot. And then one of the things I was almost debating is this Ultra Sabers, ultrasabers.com. They had some freaking sweet custom-made lightsabers onwards to the $350 mark.
damn!
And
Wow.
yeah, but that's the one that the hilt was like it wasn't your. I mean, they had some of the stuff that was like your Darth Vader hilt or something like that, or your Obi-Wan hilt, but then they had some really unique ones, and they different colors. You could press different buttons, and it would come up with different colors of the blade, and it would have sounds, and so it was pretty sweet. It's probably worth $350, but I didn't have $350 to drop right then and there.
Yeah,
They had other ones.
They're pretty much at every comic convention. It's funny that you bring up that Boomerang Comics because it's kind of interesting to see the boom in comic stores and tabletop gaming, how it's taken off, because there's even a comic book store that opened up where John and I used to grow up in the Colony, and they just opened up about a month ago. Yeah. It's right where it's right off a page, and we're getting off subject talking about streets and stuff like that. We'll talk about it offline, but there is a local comic book store now that just opened up in our old city that we grew up in, and there never was, and it's pretty crazy. But
no, there was a comic book store out there. It's next to
a long time ago then that I don't remember, but there's a new one now. It's pretty neat.
Nice.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, it was fun. Do you want me to go on to other stuff or what?
Yeah, no, keep rolling.
All right, so we kind of changed the direction where we're talking pretty much any and all things nerdy.
You gonna talk
So
dirty to me?
first, oh yeah. So first of all,
Talk dirty to me.
spoiler alert. So tell me if you don't want me to go into this, but
Don't go.
season 2 of Arrow on the CW.
Nope.
Dang it!
I would
I
say
hate
that
you.
was legitimate.
Sorry. I'm technically I'm on the fucking verge of cutting the cable, and the only way I'm going to catch up on it is when it pops up on Netflix or it shows up on that CW app. That CW app is up to date by 1 day or so I could be up to date. But I don't want people seeing me on Xbox Live looking at CW. I'd much rather they see me looking at Netflix. So I'm waiting for season 2 to show up on Netflix. I know it just recently ended, so.
No, that's not cool, man. I can't wait a year to freaking talk about the freaking twists that has happened to like last 2 or 3 episodes. That's not cool.
I'm sorry.
Cool.
I'm really sorry. Would you like for me to tell you what happens in the Lego movie?
Yeah, I don't care.
Just talk about a show that none of us watch, which is The Shield.
Okay, Shield.
There you go.
Okay.
You can ruin that one.
No, I don't know why y'all don't watch it. It's good.
It's because I don't own a DVR, and I don't live on somebody else's schedule. I let the man tell me when to be at work, and that's about it.
Yay!
You got a big hole in your head.
Wow,
a
that's
hole in your head.
tripped out.
All right, but yeah, I mean, if you just not Arrow, because since that's the only show that has like Deathstroke in it since the old Teen Titan cartoon, I'd much rather not have anything spoiled.
Okay, you have 2 weeks to get caught up.
I can't. I have to wait till the entire season hits up on Netflix, and that will be right before season 3 starts up.
I don't care. You go travel to freaking Warner Brothers Studios
And do what?
and watch it because you're a jackass.
Watch it.
Watch it, yeah, okay. Sure. Moving right along, is there anything else that you'd like to bring up except for spoilerific spoilers? They're not going to say anything now? Jerry?
Am I muted?
You did.
Yeah, well, you weren't talking.
What about now?
We can.
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Oh, I was cussing you out and you couldn't even hear me. That really sucks.
You self-censored. That is greatness.
Damn it. Anyways, I don't know why y'all don't watch S.H.I.E.L.D. It's good. It's got good tie-ins to the Marvel Universe, minus X-Men and Spider-Man. But especially with the whole Winter Soldier and Captain America, really got good after that. But, so spoiler alert, is that okay, everybody?
Depends on what the spoiler is.
Well, it's all sorts of spoilers, so...
I give you whatever. Grace. Go ahead.
Samuel L. Jackson does a cameo as Nick Fury.
What?
Yeah!
Well,
if you watch Winter Soldier...
Falcon.
Oh man, that was fucking great.
But no, the main antagonist died, so don't know who they did renew for a second season, so wonder, and Scott looks really excited about that with that reaction.
I know. Notice how he's not paying attention to anything at this stage.
No, he's not. He doesn't give a flying whatever. All right, so S.H.I.E.L.D., go watch it. You're not going to, but whatever.
I plan on it when it shows up on Netflix.
Okay. So, recently bought, but have no idea when I'm going to play, Gears of War Judgment and Uncharted 3 because I had a coupon at GameStop. Sorry, Ian.
No. That's fine. I would like to borrow Gears of War Judgment at some point.
No, you've got to buy it, and then I'm going to get a 3 months Xbox, and we're going to play online.
Okay. Fair enough. But I need... Well, you know what? We'll save that for my time. Roll on, my friend.
I got Halo Spartan Assault. It was on sale. It was like $3 or something like that. On the PC.
Sales are a very good thing.
Recently got a Humble Bundle.
Did you play it?
No, not yet.
Okay.
That's another one I haven't played yet.
So let me just real quick. Let me interject. That's going to be one of the first games that's free on the Xbox One, and there's a reason for it.
Yeah. Okay. And then I got a Humble Bundle, the X3 Terran Conflict Universe Sandbox and Kinetic Void. Apparently, John's played the Universe Sandbox.
A little bit. I've got maybe a half hour into it.
Yeah, it looks fun.
It is.
And then the game that I've actually been playing, thanks to Scott and telling me there was a sale, Splinter Cell Blacklist. I got about 8 hours into it. That is fun.
It's about 7 hours more than what I've played.
It's a good game. It really is. And we need to do multiplayer then. Do you have it on PC?
Yeah. The main problem that I have with Splinter Cell, and probably with the Assassin's Creed, and we can get into a whole discussion later or whatever, is when you first started playing those games, what was it all about? Stealth.
And dramatic pauses.
Yes. When I was playing Blacklist, the first, like I said, about hour that I played into it, and even Black Flag of Assassin's Creed, they seem to have pretty much done away with that whole premise and just said, you know what? We pretty much assume now that gamers aren't interested in total stealth, and we'll let you just go Rambo style on anything and everything, and we're going to turn this into a third-person shooter-up, whatever, all guns blazing, whatever. And
well, see,
I just... Go ahead.
No, I didn't mean to interrupt. Go ahead.
No, I mean, that's just how I feel about it. I mean, I felt like there is the stealth option, but it doesn't seem like it's worth it to me, like it was in the first one.
See, and that's what I was about to ask is, you say that it's gone more of the third-person action-oriented thing. I was going to ask, does it still at least give you the option to do stealth?
There's always an option, just like in Metal Gear and all those other games. But what I liked, I guess, most about Splinter Cell was they didn't give you the option in the first one to use combat weapons. You had only weapons that would take down opponents but not kill them.
Non-lethal.
Non-lethal. And they have completely done away with that, where you can snap necks, stab dudes, slit their throats, drag them, do whatever. Like I said, they present you the option, but to me there should never be an option. That's what the whole game was about. I don't know. I do want to try out multiplayer, though, because I loved Chaos Theory and the multiplayer that had. So go ahead, Jerry.
Well, I will say that, yes, this game might have a little bit more combat option. You actually have 3 options. You have a combat option, and you get a certain multiplier of points, which equates to a certain amount of money that gets transferred to your account for upgrades to your plane and for upgrades to your equipment. And you can upgrade on a stealth, or you can upgrade on a combat. So your outfit, your op suit, you can go towards more stealth, or you can go towards more armor oriented. And then you have the Panther, which is still more of silent type kills. And no, that you don't do that, Ian. I'm sorry. So, and then you've got the Ghost, which is, Scott, what you were referring to, which is actually the highest multiplier for the game itself, and it's basically avoiding all contact. So whereas Panther is not getting spotted and sounding the alarm, but you're still killing, Ghost is no killing at all, sneaky sneak all the way around, shooting out lights, jumping on the outside of buildings, and strafing along or whatnot. So you do have those 3 options. I'm more of the middle, the Panther multiplier, where I am taking out kills and I'm doing the execution that they brought in with Conviction, where you can tag the 3 people and do really cool execution scenes and everything like that. and they bring that back in from conviction, along with the white silhouette where if somebody spotted you and where they think you still are and everything like that. I will say that I'm not through the whole campaign, and there are some side missions that aren't co-op only. One of them is just like what you were referring to, where if you're spotted, that you have to start all over, and there is no checkpoints. So I've gotten to the point where I've gotten spotted like right before the final objective, and I had to start the whole thing over again because it was a 0 spot. And then there's a totally different route where you're talking about more of what you would think you would see in like a Rainbow Six or something like that. It's like a horde mode, and again, it's a single play. You're a single person. You're going in to get some data from a dead drop or whatever, and you have to survive these waves of individuals, and it's in broad daylight. So being stealthy is a lot more difficult. I've been able to get to the point, but still haven't beaten it yet. Because again, if you get spotted by somebody, it's really difficult. You take 1 or 2 shots and you're gone. So I still like it. I like a lot of the Tom Clancy video games. So
one last question.
Yeah.
What do you think of the voice of Sam?
I do miss Ironside. But I think this guy is doing a decent job, just like with Batman Arkham Origins, right? Kevin is the voice of Batman, especially for our generation. And I'm not saying that he's ever going to be replaced as the voice of Batman, but I think that just like with Ironside, same thing with Sam Fisher, right? We always picture him voicing, but both of those voice actors, I think they did a really good job. I know Conroy was not a replacement; he was doing the secret, game, while Splash Damage was doing the other one and whatnot. So I understand that situation. But Ironside didn't want to come back at all. And but this guy, I think he's doing a really good job of capturing what we're used to as Sam Fisher. I think the other voice actors. I think Grimm is really good. The voice actress for Grimm. And the supporting one for Briggs, his support ops person, is a little bit to be desired. But other than that, I think the guy for Sam is doing a good job.
So now let me interject with another question. So we're talking about voice actors and changing of voice actors. Do you know if, and I'm changing games on you here, the upcoming Arkham game, Arkham Knight, do we know is... Damn, I'm drawing a blank now.
You talk about Kevin for Batman?
It is going to be Kevin for Batman.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. So has Kevin stated that he will be?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, the reason he didn't do Origins was with Splash Damage was because they were actually... Rocksteady was doing... What was that all about, Scott?
It sucked. That's why Kevin Conroy decided not to do it.
It did not suck. Whatever.
It's okay. Go ahead.
Whatever.
Continue.
It's because they were secretly doing Arkham Knight. I don't know what your beef is with Origins, Scott. I mean, seriously. Did you play it?
I beat it.
Ian, shut up. You did not play it.
I will not play it because Deathstroke is a quick-time boss fight, and
within the first 15 minutes.
He's the first fucking boss. That's a motherfucker that needs to be, like, if not last, close to last. Like, next to last. And in the
challenge maps, he doesn't even use his sword or guns to fight off the waves of enemies.
Anyways. That's all I've got for Splinter Cell.
All right. Anything else?
I've got way too many games in my queue. I need to stop buying games.
That's why I had to go.
So Arrow Season 2. Too bad. There's a show that everybody needs to watch too. They're doing a spin-off, Flash. Flash is going to be its own show.
Now, is that a spin-off? Because, I mean, technically, if you really think about it, then Arrow is a spinoff of Smallville.
No. Arrow was rebooted. Arrow is not a spinoff from Smallville.
Okay, so the same Queen is not the same Queen from...
Ooh. And actually, this Queen is much darker than the one in Smallville.
Really? Because he's still got rich white problems.
Hey, Ian.
Well, that's the origin of Queen.
What is which one?
First season, I believe, is on Netflix.
The first season of what?
Arrow's on Netflix.
I know. I saw the first season through the CW app, and I used to get messages from people all the time. They thought I were catching up on the Gilmore Girls or 90210 or some other rich white people with rich white problems, and I didn't want to put up with that shit. That's why I'm not watching it on that app.
I love me
So
some
you
Rory.
care about what people think of you?
Not you.
I love me some Rory and Lorelai.
All right. So you got nothing else?
Apparently not.
Oh, okay. Shit.
Goodbye.
No, you fucking leave, don't you? John, enlighten us with what you have been doing for the past 2 weeks.
Well, some Diablo 3, some Thief, a lot of chaos at work, which has taken up a majority of my time. And then, unfortunately, clearing off the DVR at the house because it's been backed up.
What you been watching?
2 shows. One is Once Upon a Time.
Okay.
Don't knock it. It's a great take on the Grimm's fairy tales. And they do a wonderful job with it. And
Elsa's going to be on Once Upon a Time.
Yeah, we've got that episode DVR'd. We just
Who the fuck is Elsa?
Frozen, bro. You haven't watched it?
No. See, my dick is for more than just show.
Hey, it's a great... All right, whatever.
Pitch it to me all you want. It's not Wreck-It Ralph and it's not Tron.
So, yeah, I mean, it's just been what it is. Clearing off the DVR and getting stuff done. Red Jacket Firearms is another one that we're watching.
Okay, I was about to say, you didn't state what the other one was.
Yeah, no, it's Red Jacket Firearms. Which, if you haven't had a chance to see it, they work on some pretty badass shit.
What channel is that on?
Discover.
Okay.
They picked it up, and they've actually been running with it for, I think, 4 or 5 seasons now. But it's really interesting because I've got a whole bunch of other guys that tend to come in, but they're based out of Louisiana.
Interesting.
Yeah, good group of guys. Good stuff.
Okay. Anything else you've been drinking that you want to bring up?
Oh, good Lord, hang on. Let me take a look at my Untapped.
Oh, jeez, this will take a minute.
Yeah, this will take a minute. Hopefully it won't be too bad.
Fucking hell.
Let's try new scotch. McAllen scotch.
McAllen scotch?
Yeah.
Are you drinking it straight or are you mixing it with something?
Neat. 12-year.
Okay.
Single barrel.
Let's consider Ian an idiot and describe to me what neat means.
No ice, no mix. On the rocks is with ice.
Okay.
Straight up alcohol. Ah!
You shouldn't drink it like that. It'll probably get in your nose.
Ah!
You know, I've actually been quite good on my my alcohol intake.
Quite good as in...
Lots of
You've
it?
been drinking a lot?
Have reduced the amount that I've taken over the course of a
Well, then
week.
you've
That
not
is the exact
been good.
opposite
In fact,
of this podcast.
in fact, between the 10th of May and the 19th, which is today, I have not had anything.
18th.
That's a lie. You've had the
Crazy.
wine barrel Noir another night besides tonight, sir.
I'm talking about recents. There's been a 10-day gap. Okay, there was a 5-day gap. But the last thing I had was a Snow White from Sierra Nevada.
Hang on a second. Just been dropped something real quick here. So it looks like Twitch and Google are about to get in bed together.
Wait, what?
Oh,
Twitch?
you didn't see this?
No, Twitch.tv and and Google look like they're about to get in bed for a fairly large sum of money.
$1 billion.
Very interesting.
Yeah, which kind of worries the Twitch users on the
Maybe
content
it might.
censorship.
Okay, I can follow you there, but if game companies understand the fact that Twitch does nothing but advertise their games for free,
Bingo.
I mean, I can understand when they get pissed off for YouTube content because they have no way to monetize that. But there have been plenty of times that I've been watching somebody play something on Twitch and then turn around and buy it. That's why I bought Risk of Rain. That's why I bought Binding of Isaac. That's why I bought Super Meat Boy, Guacamelee. I mean, I can run down a whole list of games that I bought solely because I saw someone Twitch it.
Well, I could have showed you Guacamelee before you even had to go to Twitch and stream it, sir.
Yeah, I know. Well, you know me. You know me. I don't listen to you.
I know. But yeah, that's how I started playing League of Legends. That's the most streamed game on that channel, on that site.
That's very true. That's very true.
So, yeah, it's crazy. I just saw that today also. So, a little bit interested to see what's going to come out of that for the next-gen consoles that do the streaming service and what that's going to mean for us.
But see, we don't pay for it, so I can understand where the people that pay to stream on Twitch may have concerns. We don't pay for it, so it's one of these things where we have to roll with the punches anyways.
But I'm just curious about the restrictions that they're going to place on us.
Well, I don't know if you ever watched me when I was streaming Metal Gear Solid Ground Zero.
I think one night I did. Why, what's up?
Anytime I reach the point where I complete one of the missions, like let's say I complete the primary mission, the main one, the big draw, as soon as it gets past the point where it gives you the grade before it does the closing cinematic, it'll show you that grade, and you'll see that grade on the stream, but as soon as it gets past that, it will block everything.
Wow. So can we say that they're the first game that the developer actually specifically stated that they needed this type of content stripped from streaming?
Nope, because your games have done it too.
Which ones?
All of them. Anytime a trophy pops for you, across the top of the screen, there's this black bar that shows up. And periodically, I don't know if it's something that you do, like maybe you jump out to the home menu or something, but every now and then I'll get a blue screen that shows a camera with a no sign across it, and then it'll have the little emblems doing little flips across the line.
I could see that maybe if I'm switching a game or something like that. I did not know that.
Yeah, and it's one of these things, I knew this was going to happen. I knew at least it was going to happen with the Xbox One, where they could take particular content from a game and block it from being streamed, which that's totally fine. I can understand why they do it, but then there's plenty of people that pay to stream that run their stuff through a computer from a console that they can't block any of it because the console doesn't know that it's streaming.
Very, very interesting.
So, John, sorry, totally interrupted.
No, you're fine.
Did you have anything else that you wanted to throw in tonight?
No, that's about all that I got right now. It's been too busy to almost deal with a lot of stuff that's been going on. I'm backlogged on a lot of stuff.
Okay, very cool. Scott, did you have anything that you wanted to throw in?
Yeah, just real quick. What? Pass?
Ass.
Just real quick. Picked up MLB 14 to show. I prefer baseball over any other sport.
Okay,
Hockey's number 2. Hockey's number 2, and it's not just because.
That's fine. That's fine. No, hang on. I just want to interject real quick. Are you going to talk for a little while about this baseball game?
No, very briefly.
I'll be right back.
Pros and cons. Yeah, that's fine. Pros and cons with the baseball game was I picked up the digital version, so it was downloading, and when it did finish downloading and I had booted up the game, I did not know that I also had to download the stadiums and the players. So I was really curious about what I actually downloaded. I'm guessing the GUI.
Did everybody walk away?
Yeah, so this is my time to talk to everybody. The graphics on the game are beautiful. I've uploaded some screenshots. I love baseball. It's I played it since I was in kindergarten all the way up through middle school. So played a little bit of that, and then started playing on my Vita Final Fantasy X, 10-2.
10.
I love that Final Fantasy X to me is probably one of the best Final Fantasy games, just in my opinion, even though I haven't played a ton of Final Fantasy games. Titus and Yuna will always have a place in my heart.
Oh, really?
Storyline. I love 10. The whole sphere grid and Blitzball any day, sir. I will challenge you to a Blitzball. Hell yeah, dude. Please tell me you played through it.
Number 10?
Yeah.
Yeah, I played through and beat it. The only thing I really enjoyed from number 10 was, what was the Black Mage's name?
I haven't gotten to her yet.
Let's just call her sexy.
Curvaceous.
Well, Curvaceous works, but let's just call her sexy for one. The other thing was the music that was playing during the boss fight with, what was this? It was either Sin or it was not Jehudi, because that was Zone of the Enders.
Oh no, not his. You're talking about I forgot his dad's name, but yeah.
It started with a J, like Jaredith, Jehudi, Jehail.
Yeah.
Not alive
I'm
anymore.
very early in it. I mean, I'm playing it whenever I can, probably just an hour or so. I'll probably be playing it more when have number 2 kid arrive. I'll be playing that a little bit because I was talking about playing it on the Vita.
I want to hear when you have to do a number 2.
So the thing I loved most about Final Fantasy X though was the summoning of the different creatures that she would unlock. That whole cutscene to me is just, I don't know. To me, it was a huge milestone in not only just JRPG games, but just the cinematic alone of the Blitzball tournament, and when he's just lying there in that pool of water. You could compare that to PS3 and Xbox 360 games, and it looks just as good as some of the stuff that they put out on those systems.
That's because it was a CGI cinematic.
I understand that, but even the CGI stuff that was on the consoles that came out afterwards, I'm not trying to say compare it to the AAA of the AAA games like your Halo 4, but the stuff that we saw on Next Gen, yeah, I mean, it's just, I don't know. It's got a special place in my heart. So I've been playing that, and
all of a sudden I want to sing some cheesy ass fucking love song.
It's fine. Hey man, I used to watch AMVs on YouTube of people taking Evanescence and putting that to the cinematic clips. Yeah, you can dog me all you want. I don't care.
No, I'm not dogging you, man.
I loved it, man.
It's the people.
I played a little bit of the WildStar open beta. It's okay.
How is that? I mean, give us a quick rundown. Like, separate from Final Fantasy XIV, A Realm Reborn, and WildStar. Give us kind of comparison.
Final Fantasy XIV's better.
But give us a difference between the two.
Okay, so WildStar is more Ratchet and Clank driven in that type of universe with the, I don't know what you want to call it, just the characters and the way you get hover boots. It's all future tech. It's in space. It's not like a fantasy driven like Final Fantasy or World of Warcraft where it's got that Renaissance feel to it. It's more science fiction than fantasy. The combat, I mean, you can craft weapons like guns and stuff. This isn't like conjuring spirits and using magic, even though the character that I created was able to summon these spectral blades that could shoot out at the enemies. I mean, I'm kind of, okay, so just to give you guys why I'm kind of about it, and a lot of people are like, this could be amazing. I just got done with my Elder Scrolls Online review, playthrough, whatever, and I'm kind of sick of the whole MMO game genre, because MMOs to me, I get the whole concept of having to pay to play per month for a membership fee, and that's partly the reason why I stopped playing Final Fantasy XIV, was because unless you're going to play that game only, I hate games that will charge you a monthly fee to play, because The problems that I have with Elder Scrolls Online, and granted it was a brand new game that was out for just a little bit over a month, was if I ever wanted to play, they would take down the servers at least 3 times a week. And granted, it was maybe for a 2 to 3 hour span, but this is a game that I paid for. Now, games like Guild Wars 2 and Phantasy Star Online and all these other free-to-play with the option to pay to play, I like those better, like Star Wars The Old Republic. Now, it was, a membership per month, but they went free to play. And I would recommend anybody that has a PC capable of playing The Old Republic, you got to play for the story. You could play through the whole single-player campaign and experience the Sith story, and it's actually pretty damn good. The MMO stuff is crap, but that's the problem that I have with Elder Scrolls Online. It was built for a single-player environment. It's built for you to escape and to just do whatever you wanted to in that game. And when you got you plus 40 other people trying to do the same damn quest as you, and they're, I don't want to. I reviewed it. I'm already starting my rant, and I don't want to get into it, but I'm just sick of the whole MMOs. I used to get the popularity of it, and that's why I like Final Fantasy XIV was you had the option to go, but the world was so huge that I never had a problem like I had with Elder Scrolls, where I would have 15 people in the same area as me at one time.
So let me ask you, what are your thoughts on the upcoming pseudo-MMO Destiny?
I'm interested. Sign me up. I think it looks pretty promising. I really want to check it out because it's got the RPG elements mixed in. It's like, to me, it looks like it's got Borderlands mixed in with a little bit of, like you said, that MMO feel where you can jump in and jump out in different players' games and stuff like that. And be able to customize your own weapons and make I don't know if I'll be a day oneer, but I'm definitely interested in that game.
I gotta be a day oneer.
Yeah.
It's Bungie. I have not played anything yet that I have not liked from Bungie. So I'm going to go ahead and go out on that limb and just be the kind of person that's like, you know what? I'm going to take a risk on you guys, and I'm going to go ahead and just pop it off day one.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm sure we're going to see a crudload more stuff at E3. You like that segue? I'm just joking.
Well, I'm not done yet. Fuck you.
No, I know. I'm about to say we still got you to do, but I'm just messing with you. Other than that, that's about all I've been playing, though. So I'm good.
Okay. Well, excellent. That's good to hear. So I wanted to actually tackle a different subject matter right before I get into what I've been playing and then getting into the whole E3 thing. I wanted to go ahead and tackle manga and anime just briefly. And just state what I've been watching recently. So much like most people that are into manga and anime, I've been watching a lot of Attack on Titan. I say a lot of Attack on Titan. I'm halfway through it. I'm getting through it at a snail's pace. Yes, thank you, Scott. One thing that I do want to bring to everybody's attention, if you are unaware of this, is there is a manga series called Attack on Titan Before the Fall. This takes place 100 years before the actual anime. The anime is really great, so if you have a Netflix account or if you have a DVR and you've got the Cartoon Network, go ahead and get the dubbed version of it because, if you go to Netflix, you got to read it. Or you can always go to the Funimation website and watch it from there and give them a little love with their ads. But with that being said, one of my favorite animes that I've seen in a long time, Darker Than Black, I recently came across the manga for it, the big ass. This is not a series. There's no number on the side of it. This is the manga for Darker Than Black. I've recently started reading it. It is not the same as the anime, and a lot of the artwork in it is very... the males in it are made out to look really pretty, which kind of annoys the hell out of me because the content in it was more supposed to be about like hell infesting people and giving them these abilities that they could do to hurt, harm, kill, hunt down people or things along those lines. But it's really cool. I dig it. I picked it up for, was it about $20?
What's Darker Than Black about?
Well, I'm glad you asked. So 10 years ago, a mysterious Hell's Gate suddenly materialized in the middle of Tokyo. I'm not reading this. And the stars of the night were obscured in darkness in their place. New stars emerged. each corresponding to the individual endowed with a supernatural ability devoid of emotion and conscience. These powerful killers have come to be known as contractors. So what their contract is basically when they use their powers to let's say, I'm taking this from the anime because I haven't seen too many in this. There was one guy that could fly, or actually have gravitational, have control over gravity, but as soon as he touched down, he is compulsed to break one of his fingers. And he has to break his finger. There's no way that he could get around it. There was another guy that had, I can't even remember what his ability was because his contract stands out to me the most, where he actually carried around a duffel bag full of books because as soon as he used his power, he had to pull out a book and dog-ear every page in it. There's one where a guy had to eat like flowers. The one that I've seen in the manga, the guy had to actually make himself vomit. So after he used his ability, he walked over to the side. Shut the hell up, Scott. He walked over to the side and had to force himself to vomit. And it's one of those things that, makes the story kind of interesting because there are contractors that don't have to do anything. And there's certain things that have happened to them to cause that kind of situation. But I just thought I'd bring that up. And just a quick throwback, Akira is 6 volumes long, which is a shit ton longer than the movie that everybody knows about. If you don't know about that movie, YouTube it. It's all out there. And the manga is far superior. I haven't finished it yet. There is another series that I read, and it's based off of one anime that lasted for only about, I think it was like an hour. So it's like 2 pseudo episodes called Battle Angel Alita. The original graphic novel series lasted for 15 issues, and now we're into what's called the Last Order, which I believe is up to 18 issues, and these are, I would say about $10, and they're about half as thick as this thing. I don't even want to make a guesstimate at how many pages are in there. It's not that big either. It's much smaller. If I had known I was going to bring this up completely, I would have grabbed one of those and had it in front of me. But I highly suggest, if you are into manga and you have not read Battle Angel Alita, either the first one or the Last Order, well, you kind of have to start with the first one. Go out and look that one up and go through it. It's a good read.
Hey, real quick, where are you at in Attack on Titan?
That's a really good question. So, to not give away too many spoilers, they just plugged the hole. That sounds really hetero.
No, that is a huge... Dude, please tell me in the episode 3? Or was it episode 4? Right
where
at the end of the episode.
Where everything just, hit the fan?
Holy... Yes!
I tell you what, actually, me and my brother have an agreement, or are in agreement. You're completely wrong. I seriously think the series started off hot and just kept going.
The cliffhanger though, that end whenever he makes that jump, and he's just like, what the fuck? And then the Titan,
the Mega Titan, yeah, the
yes.
Colossal Titan, yeah.
John and Jerry, I don't know how far you go into anime, but this is probably one of the...
Zero?
In my top 5. Oh, really?
You never really got to like 5. Pokemon or Dragon Ball Z?
Nope.
Saturday mornings, 9 a.m., watch Dragon Ball Z Kai. It's not that great, but it's still decent.
Well, it's better than the original run because the original run had five episodes of Goku standing there trying to create a spirit bomb to throw it, and this one they actually at least cut a lot of that shit out.
Yeah. I was recommended Attack on Titan, and I totally man, dude, I didn't even think about bringing up anime stuff. So... not to take away from you real quick, but
you're not.
Keep watching Attack on Titan, please, because I so want to have a discussion with somebody that's watched it all the way through, and I have only gotten one person to finish it with me.
You know we're not done yet.
Oh, I know.
Okay.
Dude, wait till you finish the first season. Wait till you finish the first season.
That's what I've heard. That's what D kept telling me.
Dear God. But I've actually started watching another anime that you need to check out if you could find it. I go to a website, and I'll hit you up afterwards. It's called animefushigi.com, and you can watch anime with subtitles, no charge.
Ooh.
Funimation, isn't that
Kill la Kill is the anime that I'm watching right now, and Kill la Kill is incredible and over the top and hilarious and over the top action, violence, comedy, sexual innuendos. Of course, the chick's armor is a demon that actually is on her chest area.
Hang on a second while I'm going to check to see if this is on Netflix here. Hang on.
It's not on Netflix.
Xbox.
It'll be on Crunchyroll if anything.
Yeah, well,
But no, that's what I'm saying. Oh, yeah, no, it's and I'll hit you up at animefushigi.com, all one word. It is a great website to go to. You can watch every single freaking episode of Naruto, which I've actually started to try to watch.
Dude, there's like 200 fucking episodes.
I know, and I'm trying to watch them all. I seriously am.
Like 50's my limit. Soul Eater, Fairy Tail. Although I know there's a lot more Fairy Tail out there.
Have you heard of an anime called Sword Art Online?
Yes, that just recently hit Netflix, and my folks actually were watching that for the longest time, so I kind of know the basic premise on that one.
You do know, okay, MMO. And I go back on the MMO premise, but it's hilarious. If you've ever played an MMO before, you will laugh at so many of the nostalgia things that they bring up in it, like marriage and sharing your inventory slots with one another and partying up and how to, add certain experience points to this and all that. It's great anime. Great.
Well, that's cool.
All right, I'll shut up. Sorry.
Yeah, I was about to say. It's my time, motherfucker.
What's this anime thing that everybody's been talking about?
So... comics turned live.
Well, yeah, it's Japanese comic books that are then animated.
It was a joke.
Fuck you, motherfucker! I ain't even gonna talk to you no more. Shit!
Damn.
Alright, so, getting into what I've been doing lately. What the fuck?
What's that?
Is that supposed to be your minion?
Yeah! Minions are cool.
Yeah, yes they are. So moving right along, getting into what I've been doing lately and what I've been getting into. As I said, I've been reading The Dark of the Black and kind of watching some anime here and there. Excuse me. Primarily what I've been playing a lot lately, though, has been Child of Light, which is a phenomenal game. If you are on the fence about picking it up, it is only $15. It is a full download game on whatever console you've got. It's on 360, PlayStation 3, Wii U, 1 and 4, and then it's also on PC. Yes, I was going to say PC. What the fuck? All right, fuck you. I was going to throw that out there.
Almost had it.
I'm not gonna hit out of the game and not say, yeah, you just fucking laughing, you little box asshole. So. But it is a phenomenal game. I have kind of fallen back in and out of love with JRPG style of gameplay. Like was it the beginning of the year, the end of last year? No, it was the end of last year. I picked up Pokemon Y, and I played through that and enjoyed it. And that technically isn't JRPG because it's a Japanese role-playing game. Argue with me, that's fine, we'll do that. Then I went ahead and picked up Bravely Default and was playing through that, and that's because I spent about 5 hours in the demo and enjoyed the hell out of it. Well, I got to a point where I kind of just don't care anymore. It is dragging on. It's well done. It is very well done. I like the game. The story's fine. The gameplay's great, but it's... Excuse me. I play a lot of first-person shooters and a lot of third-person action games. So... JRPGs have to do a lot to keep me vested, and that's just me. Like, going back real quick, and Scott's probably going to chime in on this one, is one of my favorite JRPGs from back in the day is Legends of the Dragoon. And this was one of the ones that was on PlayStation 1. The thing that kept me vested in that one was the story was awesome. There was also transformations that you guys could go through where they like imbued themselves with dragons. But anytime you would do like a basic attack, there was one of these things that would kind of come across the screen and you'd have to hit a certain button by the time it reached a certain point. And that kept you vested. You couldn't just go attack, 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 put the controller down. You had to stay in play with it. Well, Child of Light has something not like that, but it has something that's very similar. Now, the game that it's similar to, I've never played. Apparently, it's Sadukio. I'm going to get flamed for not knowing the name of this one.
Decoded.
I don't know what the hell it is. But basically, so at the bottom of the screen, you've got a time bar. And each character that's on the field is represented on the time bar. And in a certain area is the cast bar. So let's say you reach the end of this end of that bar. It'll pop up and say, all right, what do you want to do? So I want to attack this person. Well, when you are inside that bar, if somebody else hits you, it pushes you out of it and negates your turn. You're done. You don't get to do that round. But that also works on the flip side. So if I'm over here and I finally do my attack action and an enemy is within the casting area, it knocks them out. So I've had a couple of boss fights boil down to once I get one person on screen, I juggle them, not like in DMC, but I juggle them to the point where they are unable to do any actions, or when they do finally get to do an action, it's them healing themselves. So, and the story, you know what? I'm going to admit, every time I've played it, except for one time when I was grinding, I've been streaming it. And since there's no voice acting, I do my best to read everything out. I've tried to give everybody particular voices. In fact, there was one character that was recently introduced in my last stream that tore my throat up. Giggity. So it's one of these things where I'm trying to read through everything, but the story in it is actually kind of sad. It has to deal with death and loss a lot of the times, and then people attempting to replace other people. I'm not going to go too far into as far as like spoilers and twists that happens. Like I just recently had the main, I'm going to say just the first main twist or thing happen. Let me put it to you this way: I left. I'm not going to say any more. But I've been playing the hell out of that, and I've been streaming it every time I play. Now, the thing that I'm running into, though, is Tuesday is the night when I stream, because that's usually the new release night. Well, the new Wolfenstein comes out on Tuesday. And I am actually really excited for this one. It's hard to say exactly why, but I'm kind of jazzed about it, so I'm going to go ahead and pick that. You're going to have to unmute yourself if you're going to want to say something there, buddy.
That was kind of my thought too. I see Scott making faces, but I'm not hearing anything like we should be.
Oh, I wasn't saying anything. I was just making faces.
That's what she said.
No, the new Wolfenstein. So, played 2 hours of it last year at QuakeCon, and what are you expecting whenever you're going to play this?
2 hours of it.
What? Okay, wait. What am I?
Yes, we did. It was 2 hours, John.
Here's what I'm expecting. Better than Duke Nukem Forever.
Yes.
Okay. I was going to say, if you could even say better than the Wolfenstein reboot in 2009.
I never played that one, so.
Terrible.
No, I remember watching the. Were you guys middle-aged gamers back then?
Yeah, we were.
Yeah, I remember watching your review for that because you got up and ran out of the room and you left John to do it by himself.
No,
Yeah. No, it started with you running out, and then John goes, "Oh, that's right, you're a scared little bitch."
Well, yeah, man, it has to deal with ghostesses and stuff, man.
They're not ghostesses.
Now, when you're talking about mechs and robot dogs, this game, it's pretty. The only thing that I just found out about last week, I think, or even 2 weeks ago. No multiplayer though, and I loved Return to Castle's multiplayer on Xbox.
It's supposed to be 20 hours long.
If you actually collect every single thing.
That's fine. So I'm the kind of person, like, I do enjoy my Titanfalls, my games that are built solely around multiplayer. I will buy the next Call of Duty because of Kevin Spacey.
Yes.
But
I'm not gonna lie, that does look good.
I'm gonna play the hell out of multiplayer for that because I have a group of guys that we play that, and I'm gonna buy that. But that's primarily for the multiplayer. This Wolfenstein is primarily for two reasons. One, I need content to stream, and there's not enough shit out on the Xbox One for me to stream right now.
No way. You're not getting Transistor on Tuesday?
Fuck your ass. Not yet. No. Because of the what's the no parity clause? I have to wait until Transistor Director's Cut comes out before I could get that. Just like I had to do with Strike Suit.
We didn't get Bastion on PlayStation. I don't think this will ever come to your Xbox.
Yeah, and that's fine. That's fine. I mean, it looks like a fantastic game, and I may buy it eventually on the PC, but
Yeah,
you know,
that's what.
I have to see how it turns out because it's one of these things where usually what happens is a studio will put out one game and everybody's like, this thing is fucking awesome, and then sometimes, I'm not going to say all the time, the second game.
Have you not heard this song though in the trailer? It's straight up the same. Well,
I've heard the narrator, and he actually sounds a shit ton younger than he did in Bastion.
Well, yeah, and I can't really get. I love the. I don't know. I downloaded the soundtrack to Bastion because of that chick's voice.
Yeah, no. She was.
Dude,
really
and the song that she sings in this new game, and the whole combat system looks intriguing to me, with the whole tactical base in a way.
It reminds me a lot of the old Parasite for PlayStation 1.
Yeah, definitely.
Except without having the ability to set waypoints for her to travel.
True.
It's more here's the attack bubble, and this is within the attack bubble, this is who I want to attack, and this is who I don't. God damn it! Hang on a second. I gotta. Fucking hair is all sticking out from underneath the thing and making me pissed off. Yeah, no. Unfortunately, I'm not getting that game. If I got it, I would.
I was just giving you shit, dude.
Well, eventually, I'm gonna have to pick up Super Time Force and stream that.
Dude, you need to get that. I want to see that game. That looks fucking awesome, dude. The whole concept of dying and then watching yourself die again while you're doing the other.
Unless you can save yourself.
Exactly.
No.
I want to see that.
With that being said, I'll wait for a while before I pick that one up and stream it just because you want to see it.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm a prick. But, so other than that, what else have I been playing? So, I've actually been playing a bit of Titanfall recently because there was a new map that got released. You got 3 new maps, no new weapons, no new story, nothing along those lines. You got one that takes place in the jungle, one that's like a Tron. What the fuck happened there? Okay, one that's like a Tron-based one where there's there's portions of the the training facility and portions of what looks like other maps that you've already had that are kind of like put together. And the whole beginning of it is you get into the simulation machine like you do at the beginning of the training, which is really interesting to me. And then you got one that takes place at like a sewage plant type of thing. It's weird, but whichever. They're pretty good. I'm a little disappointed because at first they didn't separate the game types for them. They just did a new map pack variety mode, which is where I'm constantly having to play either capture the flag, hardpoint domination, attrition, which is deathmatch, or pilot hunter, which is deathmatch, where only pilot kills count, not grunt kills. And other versions like that. But now they're doing a expansion pack attrition, where I've already gotten the achievement for winning 50 of those, and I'm trying to get my pilot hunter ones done, but I'm trying to get my $10 worth on these new maps. Again, $10, which is a fair amount to charge for 3 maps. I just want to throw that out there to Activision and anybody doing any of those Call of Duty games. $10, 3 maps, worth it. You want to earn my money? Then you throw in Michael Myers or the Predator or a fucking stupid-ass gun that has no kick and is a piece of shit and has broken your multiplayer.
I've got to ask you, Ian, did you ever pick up Snoop Dogg audio for Call of Duty? Oh.
I bought the Wolf.
The Wolf?
So in Call of Duty Ghost, you have a kill streak where you can call in a guard dog, which, everybody knows the dog because it was from the commercials where they were calling it, CO Dog or Call of Dog or whatever the fuck it was called at the time. So one of the first cosmetic things that they released was to be able to turn your dog into a wolf. So that was one of those things where all of a sudden I wanted to have my wolf, or I wanted my dog to look like Wolf, because every time I was playing it and somebody had the wolf, a dog would come around the corner and I'm like, a wolf comes around the corner, it's like, motherfucker, it's a dog, I'm gonna die! So I had to have the wolf because I wanted that kind of an impact on everybody else that was playing. Snoop Dogg, I don't want it. One of the guys that's in my clan, Texas Cobra Kai, they actually have they bought it, and they periodically you'll hear them laugh because he'll say something that catches them off guard.
Yeah.
Now, if I was going to buy one, I'm not even going to get this guy's name right. I would get the drill sergeant from Full Metal Jacket.
Yeah, I heard that he did it too.
That'd be great.
Yeah.
Speaking of Titanfall, so it's actually on sale this week, and I've been debating going back and forth. It's on sale for $35.99, 40% off. And I'm debating about pulling that trigger.
You will.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You will. If you don't do it now, you'll do it when it's 50% off.
Oh, yeah. If it drops to 30, absolutely.
You'll eventually buy it. The problem that I see happening, though, is that you'll wait so long that, like, Titanfall 2 will be in the wings or have been out for a couple of months. And at some point, as you've shaded in the past when we've talked about Titanfall, they'll switch off those servers and you'll lose all that money you put into it. So my thought process is get it now while it's new and enjoy it because, like I said, I'm third generation. I'm working on my fourth generation through the game, which means I've reached level 50 3 or 4 times.
Yeah. Just like what EA's doing with all these other servers. They're shutting down for Battlefield 2, 2142, 1942.
That's because GameSpy is shutting down, and most of them are getting options through the community to...
Not most. There's quite a few that actually are a huge online user base, like Battlefield 1942 is not, Battlefield 2 is not, Battlefield 2142 is not.
Well, see, that seems to be a problem with the community because Halo, the one that was ported by Gearbox, is still getting service.
It's because Bungie actually came out and they released it. All they got to do is release the server.
Source code.
Release the server code. Yeah, the service code or the source code, and allow people to do their own P2P or whatever.
My code no touch.
My code no touch. That's the EA motto.
Mm-hmm.
Mod go. Damn, I've had what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. So, that's that is the EA motto.
It's sad, but I don't need to get into it. It's here. Can't do anything about it.
Nope, that's true. So, going back to what I'm doing. So, I will be playing this Tuesday on twitch.tv/fiend75002. I will be streaming the new Wolfenstein game. I know you didn't say this, Scott, but I've seen you posting that you're going to be streaming Transistor. Is that correct?
I absolutely will be streaming Transistor Tuesday night as well.
Okay. See, this is going to be one of those situations where I'm going to have my laptop next to me open up watching you play Transistor while I've got my shit running on my screen because I want to see it. I want to see it.
Dude,
but you know, I've said before I stream every Tuesday night, so
hey, it's all good. And I might even do it. I'll probably, I don't know yet. We'll see.
No, do it Tuesday night. Just do it Wednesday night.
No, here's the thing. Yeah, you want to do a competition to see who gets the most views. No, the thing is,
I've already got the most views, brother.
For everything that you stream.
Yeah, I'm already up to like 300 unique users and 11 followers. You're at 5 and 100.
What I'm actually hoping is that Bethesda PR actually came out to me since I reviewed Elder Scrolls Online for them. I might be getting Wolfenstein as well. A review copy for that.
Interesting.
Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed. Well, with the way you keep saying, it's pretty. Well, like going back to that, kind of piggybacking off of that, is I'm looking for stupid fun that is better than Duke Nukem.
You will absolutely get stupid, crazy, over-the-top combat and just guns blazing. It is Rambo to the highest extreme, and you get to dual-wield weapons this time. You never got to do that in Wolfenstein.
It's not like that shitty Rambo game that just recently came out.
No, dude, come on.
That thing was a pile of piss. Did anybody play that?
No, I did not. After I saw the freaking trailer for it.
I saw Jim Sterling play it, and I was like, you know what?
Oh, yeah.
Thanks for saving me $20. Yeah, the squirty play or whatever the hell he calls it.
But no, so QuakeCon last year they actually had a build on a PC, but thankfully they had a 360 controller I could play it on because whatever. Don't need to get into it. Anyways, so you know the premise of Wolfenstein, right? What this is about?
Yeah, so basically something happens within the first mission or so. BJ Blazkowicz gets hit in the head to the point where he gets knocked unconscious for 14 years, locked up in a loony bin for that time period, and then comes to and realizes that Nazi Germany has won World War II and invaded every aspect of every life ever.
Absolutely, you got it. And that first mission, because that's what we got to play, was you're storming this castle and you're actually climbing up this whole pillar. And I'm not doing any spoilers because you just said what happens.
Oh my god,
But
it's
just
really
you got, and that's another thing. Not to go back on the whole stealth option and guns blazing, going crazy. But the whole thing about Wolfenstein was you're
Guns
going
blazing, going crazy.
but you have the option to go stealth, and the takedown moves with the stealth are pretty sick. And you will want to do some of those because they're pretty badass to watch. But bloody as all get out. The blood actually stays on the walls. It will I don't know if you want to get engineer, technical, whatever, graphical knowledge, whatever. But whenever you shoot the side of a wall or when you're shooting a door, it actually will tear that door away and you'll actually be able to shoot through it. Like I actually pinpointed this small hole into a door and I was actually able to shoot through it and hit a Nazi and it was pretty badass to watch.
Okay, so it's got like destructible environments.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And I mean, again, I'm just looking for stupid fucking fun. I mean, one of the main things that I really dug from the last trailer that I saw was at the end of it, one of his comrades reaches out to him and says, "What is your position?" And he goes, "I'm on the motherfucking moon."
Yeah.
So I'm jazzed about that shit because he actually is. He's a little out there, but he's a little more grounded than Duke.
It gets pretty dark though at some points, man.
That's fucking.
You have to actually make a decision in the first mission. This isn't really spoiler, but you have to pick who lives and who dies in this first part of the mission. And it's pretty. Yeah, that's pretty dark. He's like, "Fuck you, no." You saw the chainsaw?
Yeah, I did. I'm sorry. I gotta go take care of something. I need 2 minutes. You guys talk amongst yourselves.
Are we gonna start the E3 thing in a minute?
Not yet, because I still got more to talk about. So just.
Oh, all right.
You do that.
That's one way to handle that.
Let me think. So what do we got to talk about? I'm trying to think of what else. Oh, I started playing Bastion. So John, I know you own it. Jerry, do you own Bastion?
No.
Okay, I have a free copy that I will need to get to you. It is a top-down, cel-shaded action-adventure game, but with a very mature story, and it's really cool. So you have, and you can't play this with a controller, so it is actually preferred to play with a controller. You play as this character named Bastion, and you have to rebuild this world where all of his people have been killed, and you have to go look for these shards that will rebuild the world every level that you go play. And it's kind of like an arcadey style where you go into the level, you get from point A to point B, you get the crystal shard, you teleport back to your village, you place the crystal shard, and then you get to upgrade your weapons. You can upgrade your armor, your abilities. The music in it's fantastic. The narrator, you got to play this game, dude. You've got to play Bastion. It's a very, very good game.
It's actually one of the first
top games from the last generation.
I agree. It's one of the best video game soundtracks out there. Next to
storytelling.
Yeah, no, I'm not arguing.
Whenever you're walking around and you start busting barrels, he's like, "The kid likes to bust barrels," and I'm like, "Dude, you know what I'm doing? That's awesome." I've never had a guy actually talk to me about what I'm doing in the game.
Yeah.
I thought that was awesome. I felt like he was connected to me, like he knew what I was trying to do. He's like, "The kid knows." I love the guy's voice. Like,
I think you just enjoy being narrated.
Oh yeah. Hey, Sin City, man, one of my top favorite movies of all time, just because of the narration behind it.
This is true.
I
love it. And when things were going so well.
Okay, so sorry about that little interruption that I had to take care of. I swear to God, one of these days I'm just going to put a bucket underneath me while we're doing this.
Probably not a terrible idea.
Yeah, no, it probably wouldn't be, but I just have to mute myself so you don't hear the.
So when are we getting to E3?
Here in a second. I just want to run through real quick. If you are watching this and you are a friend or a fan or whatever on the Super Barley Brothers Facebook page, I'm begging you, please don't put any spoilers about Episode 3 of Walking Dead Season 2. I've downloaded it, but I haven't gotten through it yet. This season has been really, really, really good. to go so far. I'm not gonna lie, I'm the kind of person that cried my eyes out at the end of season 1, and season 2 has already put me on the verge multiple times. So I'm really excited about that, and that's something else that I'm gonna get to. So now that I've gotten that out of the way, I know everybody had to wait for 2 minutes for me to say that. Jerry popped his color real quick. Let's go back down the cycle. Unless somebody wants to do this a different way, and let's go through E3 predictions. Some of these are going to be far-fetched, and some of these are going to be, I don't know, what you would really love to hear. Do we want to do 3, or do we want to do 5? I didn't get a final count on that.
I only have, like, 1 or 2.
Jerry?
We could just do one at a time down each row and just see how time takes us, and if we want to have a brief discussion after each person's claim or, you know, what they want to see or whatever, we can have a brief discussion on it.
Okay. Okay, I like that idea.
Start with Scott then.
No, Jerry, you go. You haven't talked in a while.
No, that's okay.
He's looking shit up right now.
Okay, I'll make my first prediction, and that is that Sony will release some kind of trailer or, you know, announcement of a new God of War for the PS4.
I'm sorry, I don't know how to make the sound of someone sucking someone else's dick as well as.
Hey, what's yours going to be, Ian?
Well, all my predictions have already happened. There's the Connectless Xbox is already out. There's the announcement of Halo 5. There's the announcement of the Halo box. Well, that's technically a rumor right now, but we all know that that's gonna be an actuality. As far as what I really want to see at E3 from Microsoft, I don't know, Jerry. You or Jerry or John, you throw something else. I gotta think.
Ian,
well, what about
go ahead, Jerry.
Let's see. I have 2 that I think Ian would be interested in. Star Wars Battlefront 3, Gears of War 4.
That's coming in 2015.
No, it better not.
That's what Ross Ferguson said.
They just got the IP, and Black Tusk just started working on it. It better come out in 2016.
Oh, wow.
I do not want to see another Judgment. Judgment was panned by the critics. It did not come out very well. It was not perceived very well because, for one thing, and I don't want to go on a rant, but I'm going to do it anyways, Epic was like, you know what, we're going to go ahead and we're going to make a game about a fan favorite, Baird and Cole. I didn't like the guys at all, ever.
I agree.
Throughout the entire game. So I don't know why you called them fan favorites. Out of all the novels, I have not bought the books that have to do with Baird and Cole, whichever.
Here comes the Cole train!
I mean, he's funny. He's a great supporting... You know what? He's like Will Ferrell. He's a great supporting character, but up in the lead, he's a pile of fucking piss.
Wow.
Whoa.
Sorry.
That's straight to the point.
So,
John, what do you have?
What do you have, John?
You know, I wonder if they're going to do some remasters, like for current generation.
Specifically.
What
specifically?
Well, probably see Last of Us.
That's already been announced.
Oh, it's already been announced.
And they are going to show probably. I won't lie. They're probably going to show some kind of, because it will have just. Let me think. It comes out in mid-June, so they're going to talk about it somewhat and say, "Don't forget to pick up the Last of Us remaster," which I'll pick up. I don't care. With all the DLC Left Behind and all that other stuff. So.
Yeah.
Hey, what makes the money? Hey, Ian. So talk about how there's nothing to play on your Xbox One. What do you want to see more of that you could play and stream and take advantage of on your console?
New IPs.
Talking indies? Are you talking?
No, I'm talking new IPs that are good and worth streaming. Like, you remember the other night I was on, and I believe I was streaming Child of Light, and you jumped on and you asked me about Nut Jitsu.
Mm-hmm.
And I sounded all excited because I was like, oh, well, there's a fucking game on the Xbox One that I could play. I did a little research. That's a pile of shit. I am not paying money for that fucking
It's free to play on the PC.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, You know what? Okay, when they finally do this new game with gold shit that they're gonna do, that's exactly like the PS Plus. Yeah,
Hey,
dude,
you'll expect it.
every game I get, I'm probably gonna download, stream for a night, maybe two, depending on what it is, and then delete from my system so that it is tied to my account in case if I ever want to go back and play it again. That's about it.
I did that with Stick It to the Man.
I actually enjoyed watching that one.
I forgot to talk about that. In the archive, and that's another thing that they put through the new PlayStation update finally, was my videos do archive, so you can see a little bit of it. It's something that I think John would like, but it was okay. Anyways, but Ian, do you want to hear a rumor that I've heard about your console and what they might announce? Because there's been a game that's been in development, or rumor is Beyond Good and Evil 2.
I never played the first one.
Well, they'll probably release that for Games of Gold, and you need to pick that up and play it.
Well, if they do that, it'll be on the Xbox 360, and I've kind of gotten to the point where the only thing that's going to have me go back and play Far Cry 3 is when Far Cry 4 is at my door. What's going to get me to go back and finish Dishonored is when Dishonored. What's going to get me to go back and watch and play The Force Unleashed? What's going to get me to go back and watch or play the Arkham games would probably be right before Dark Knight comes out.
Yeah. I'll tell you this right now, and Ian, you could laugh at this all you want. The one thing that I want to see, and, like I said, make fun of this all you want, I want to see The Last Guardian.
No, I want to see it too.
Or what they're calling,
because it was supposed to come out on the PlayStation 3, and now we've gone past that generation altogether.
And that developer released 2 games on the PS2, Ico and Shadow of the Colossus, and they released nothing on the PS3.
Buddy, real quick, I'm just going to give you a grammatical test. How do you pronounce my name?
Ian.
How do you pronounce the name that you...
Eco, fine, Eco. I think Eco is ECO, sorry.
ICO. But yeah, no. I gotta agree with you. Like, Shadow of the Colossus was fucking phenomenal. Did you know, and I'm gonna go off on a quick little tangent. Jerry doesn't know. Did you know that Eco and Shadow of the Colossus are actually 2 games that are tied together?
Yes.
And I never finished Eco.
See, you have to play Shadow of the Colossus first for Eco to make more sense.
Oh, really? So I beat Shadow of the Colossus.
Now, do you remember the fact that the baby at the end of the game had horns? And the kid in Eco had horns. And the land where the castle was built
was down under.
The same land where the Colossi were slain.
Holy shit.
Oh my god, I know more about a PlayStation game than you do! My penis feels large!
Man. Another reason that I can turn on my PS3 and play that HD remastered version of that game.
Wow.
Fuck you.
No, I mean, that's
when I buy my PlayStation 3 when it's $99, I'll get those.
Yeah. But do you, like you say, new IPs, like, what would interest you? I mean, you don't care what kind of IP it is? You don't want Viva Pinata 2?
No. What games I really enjoy are the avant-garde, the twisted and different. Like, of course, when Devil May Cry came out, where you've got the sword play and the gun play, that was fantastic. I fucking love that game to this day. Every game except 2, every game that has come out underneath that moniker I've loved. And that anime sucked, by the way, but that's a totally different argument for a different time. The manga was really good, and the books were really good too, but so, like, Diablo 3 on the 360 is really fucking good. I'm excited about that coming out on the one. I would like to see Torchlight 2. Granted, I said new IPs, and now here I am talking about a sequel. But I would like to see things underneath those monikers. Like, give me another game that's very similar to BioShock. Give me another fucking Darksiders. Give me something different. Like, that's why I'm really looking forward to Watch Dogs, because I never played any of the Assassin's Creed games. So knowing that this is going to be very similar, no matter how many times you spin it, I'm really excited about it because I've never done this before. So.
And you'll like it too. I think because of the whole ability of other people being able to jump into your world.
No. See, if I'm going to stream it, I have to shut off multiplayer. Because you haven't seen me stream a multiplayer game, have you? My internet's not that good. Like, a few weeks ago, I streamed Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare, and I actually got to the point where I could make my character jump in place. And that was it. I couldn't move. I could shoot, but I couldn't do anything else. So anytime I stream it, it's preferable for it to be a single-player game. That way there's no hiccups and no lag that shows up on y'all's end or on my end.
Oh, and Jerry, what else do you want to see at E3 before I say something else I just thought of?
Go ahead.
Oh, good lord.
Well, wait a second. I haven't even really got a chance to say
Ian, what else do you want to see at E3?
Well, here's an insight into my mind, and this is a free one for Nintendo. Here's what I want to see.
Yeah.
I want to see a new Metroid. I really want to see a new Metroid game. I know, Jerry, you don't know who that is. That's Samus Aran. She's the main character for Metroid. I want a new Metroid. I don't want a new Metroid Prime. I want a new Metroid Fusion, Zero Mission, Super Metroid, Metroid 2, Metroid 1. And you know what I'd really like to see you do? Give fuck all to that Wii U and actually put it on the 3DS, because that is the system that it would work the best on. We're talking 2.5D. We're not talking that first-person shooter shit. Let's not go back and do what we did with the other M. I've not played it, but I've heard that's a pile of puke. So, now granted, I'm going to have to buy it because I'm a Metroid collector and I've got to have every fucking Metroid game. But if they come out with one that is compelling enough on the Wii U, even though my brother/roommate has it, I may have to buy a Wii U if they do a really good Metroid game.
What about Bayonetta 2?
Did you not hear me? I said my brother/roommate already has a Wii U.
You want to buy a Wii U for Bayonetta 2 when that was one of your most... I heard you talked a shitload about Bayonetta.
No, I love that game. There's already a Wii U in the house.
But Metroid is the one that would make you buy one for yourself?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, because Metroid. Goddamn.
Okay.
I'm a Metroid.
Mario Kart was the reason why I bought a Wii U.
Now, you and me, sir, we're going to spend some time together here.
And I'll be off. I mean, in about 2 weeks now, which I don't know if I'll be on the podcast in 2 weeks if we have the baby or not already, but
you will be.
I'll be playing when it comes to my doorstep that Friday, that next Tuesday. If we haven't had the baby yet, that's when we'll be having the baby. That's all I'm going to be playing with Brendan during the summer. And, yeah, we'll set up some time and bring Gabe over. And, yeah.
I'll bring Gabe over. The kids can have a good old time, and you and I can...
4-player.
Oh, yeah, there we go.
That'd
be fantastic.
But anyways, one thing that I have, and then I want
wait.
Go ahead.
John said he had two things, and
yeah, John
only heard one thing.
Half-Life 3. There you go.
Half-Life 3. Oh my god, dude!
I was gonna say Half-Life 3. That's always a given.
That's the PC gamers' response to anything that they need to have something to doubt.
What do you come out with? Half-Life 3.
Half-Life 3.
Left 4 Dead 3.
No,
That'll come out way before Half-Life 3.
You know what I think we may see out there?
A
Star Wars game.
Well, no, you're going to see Battlefront 3.
No, not Battlefront 3. I'm not talking anything like that.
You mean the one that Amy Hennig is working on?
Kind of going back to Ian's new IP idea. Although you can't really say it's a new IP if we've already got the pre-existing Star Wars collections out there.
That's okay.
But something revolving around the new series of movies that they're releasing.
I see where you're coming from, and I can understand them letting the audience know that there will be a game that comes out and is in development in the same time frame, because that would be the only way that you would put out a good movie that ties in with Episode 7 is to start it now. Right. While it's in production and everybody has their little fingers in the pies. And you have the actors come through and do the fucking voice work for that game. Real quick sidebar, that is the one thing that I enjoyed the most about Disney Infinity is recently I bought my son the Phineas and Perry fucking pack. When Phineas was actually voiced by the guy that does Phineas, I flipped my shit.
Was it really?
Yeah, nobody else in that entire series has ever been voiced by the person that did the voice. That should be something that is now required. If you're in a Disney movie and they intend to make a Infinity figurine for you, you have to come back to do it.
Is that a play set or just the figures?
It's just figures.
Oh, that's okay. They get it in game mode, whatever.
I'm sorry, John.
No, you're perfectly fine. That was about all that I've got.
But yeah, Amy Hennig, who used to work at Naughty Dog, that's what she's working on now. She got hired by Visceral. Is that who's working on it?
Yep.
Yeah. And then the guy that was going to be the
bad guy in the next
and the new Uncharted. Yeah, that's another thing, and that worries me. All these people leaving Naughty Dog, and I get it, but they are still pretty much in development of that game as far as I know. I'm sure they have the whole storyline and the location and everything, but I didn't think that they were done recording everything, and all these people that they have been taking in and kicking out, doing all this other stuff. A lot of head scratching. Oh, I want to see what Ed Boon. So, did they say what he was teasing? Did they say it was going to be an Injustice 2?
I haven't heard what's going on with Ed.
Supposedly he's like teasing something. And I don't know if it's Mortal Kombat 2 from the reboot or if it's going to be an Injustice 2. Which one's going to come first? Because both of them have cliffhangers in the end.
You know what? It's probably going to be a new Magical Barbie Mystery House.
That would be that'd be a shock. That would be a true E3.
Could you imagine Ken in the Magical Dream House throwing something at Barbie and then screaming, "Get over here"?
That'd be hilarious.
That would be fantastic. Now, the question is what kind of problems would it raise with women's rights activists?
True. We always got to thinking about the women's rights activists. Now, the last thing, and I'll just leave this at that, is one thing that just threw me for a loop was Sony came out and, after Microsoft said, here's Halo 5, which, Ian, my only question for you, and you could give me an answer real quick to that, why does Master Chief have to wear a cloak?
In the trailer?
Yeah, why is he wearing something to cover up his armor?
So, for one, that was a teaser trailer, and I don't need to explain to you the definition of the word teaser. Jerry's watching you. But it was intended for them to come out with in-engine of what they're going to do and not let you know what it is up front. He's not wearing a cloak if you look at the image for number 5.
Okay. Well, that's good to know because I was like, why? Okay.
Yeah, no, that's the teaser trailer that came out last E3.
Okay, that's what I thought I remembered it from, but I wasn't sure. I want to see more details on that, though. And they said they have a lot more information that they're going to be talking about when E3 comes. Like, I'm sure they're going to have either a tech demo or some kind of gameplay.
They'll have something.
Yeah, they got to.
It better be in-game engine, though.
Oh, hell yeah. I want to see it.
Especially with this price cut coming up, they need to start showing off the power of Xbox One.
That's their money, yeah. So, anyways, to go back on what I was saying, Sony, of course, came out after that was all done, and they said, PlayStation Now will have hundreds of titles at launch, and I'm really curious what these hundreds of titles are going to be and how far back are we dating, because when they announced it last year, they said dating back to the PlayStation 1, 2, 3, and will be 4. And is this only going to be rent, or could these older games be buy to own?
It's all only rent from everything I've heard from everyone that's
See, that's my only problem with PlayStation Now, is why would I want to rent a classic PlayStation 1 or 2 game if I didn't want to have the intent to keep? I would want to keep some of these games.
But they don't want you to keep it.
If they have it like on my account, like Steam or something like that, where I could stream it at any time because I own that game or I own that, bought it or whatever. I mean, you're already paying the developer the licensing or whatever to put it on the service. Of course, I get it. It's all about the money, but the whole purpose of renting games, though, is to rent something that has just come out, though, to me. Why would you want to rent a game from 5, 6, 7 years ago if I could buy it for $10?
Because you buy it once for $10. But if you want to rent it, and let's say it's a JRPG that requires 20 to 70 hours to complete properly, you have to rent that thing multiple times.
Yeah.
Or they're able to charge you more than $10 to buy it.
I want to know more about this because
They've
been real non-informative other than what they said last year.
And I think it's because they've only got the process to a point where they're like, we are going to be able to do this. We just don't know how we're going to be able to do this or the price points that we're going to be able to put on everything. I mean, so far, everything that I've seen as far as the beta testers are concerned is rent for certain periods of time.
Yeah.
Now, it may get down to the point where they're like, there is a buy option. That buy option may be $20 when renting maybe $2 to $3.
Hey, if it's a game that I've always been wanting, shit, I'd pay $20 for Enter the Matrix just if I ever wanted to play that again. Laugh all you want. That's a game that always gets in my mind where I'm like, man, I just want to see that game again.
You can get on that on Amazon pretty cheap. It's like below $10.
PC, I don't do PC. Sorry. Not on that type of game, at least.
Okay.
You've got a freaking controller.
It's not compatible. I'd have to do computer programming to download an app that would have me try to map the controls to the controller. Too much work for me.
You'd still make it work.
Yeah, I'm not a WAS guy. All right.
Failure.
Hi, Mom. All right.
I just find it funny that you openly stated that you're not a WAS guy.
Only on games that I've played on consoles.
Okay. I give you that. So let me ask you, you know what, never mind. I don't want to ask you anything. Jerry, you got anything else?
It's 10 o'clock.
Okay, so I guess we're going to run down the line and kind of wrap this up. John, you got anything else?
No, I don't have anything else.
Scott, any more predictions?
Pokemon Snap for the Wii U. That would be badass.
No, it would work better on the 3DS. It would work better on the 3DS. Tell me I'm a liar. That Google Map bullshit that came out in April proved that it would work better on the 3DS.
But it's got a fucking screen on the controller. You hold it up like you're actually using it as a camera.
Does it have a back camera? Can it ARG?
I forgot it's got a front. But it's got a sensor, the sensor bar. It would be able to tell where you're holding it.
It doesn't need the sensor bar to be able to tell where you're holding it. It's got a gyroscope in it. Or gyro... Fuck.
Well, then another reason why it would work.
It may work, but it would be better on the 3DS.
I still want Pokemon Snap. I love that game.
You are a sad, sad man.
Dude, I spent so much time trying to get Mew.
You are a sad, sad man. Although I must state that recently a friend of mine pushed me to open up or to play Pokemon Y again, and I caught Mewtwo.
Oh, nice. Oh,
So,
I just got Alakazam on mine.
Oh, I didn't know that he was in it.
Yeah.
Well, of course he's in it. I think all of them are in it.
Yeah.
So last prediction for me. Well, real quick, I want to make a sidebar. Someone got a text message.
Yeah, that was me. Sorry.
Sunset Overdrive looks just like Dead Rising.
And
I'm sorry.
Insomniac.
Yeah, it's Insomniac, but it looks just like Dead Rising.
Dude, the over-the-top weapons, though. I know it looks just like Dead Rising, but Insomniac makes some pretty crazy-ass weapons, so be on the lookout for it, at least.
I'm probably going to pick it up.
Ooh. One more prediction for Xbox One that would make me closer to buying one. Ian, Crackdown 3.
Oh, yeah, no. It's been hinted at multiple times, so I'm expecting it to pop up, if not this year, next year.
And not Crackdown 2, please, for the love of God.
It's a higher grade port to the Xbox One of Crackdown 2.
God, I hope not.
So
I would love to see Crackdown 3.
My prediction, and this is my far off prediction, not gonna happen. But if it did, I would be the biggest campaigner for this game. on the Xbox One, Crimson Skies.
Dude,
Ooh.
I forgot about that on the Xbox.
Crimson Skies. I will fillet just about anybody at the office that does it. Just about.
I forgot about that on the Xbox.
That was such a great game.
Awesome.
It's a fantastic fucking game.
That and MechWarrior Online were my 2 games that I played with Xbox Live. I totally forgot about Crimson Skies.
That was the original Xbox Live game.
Yeah, it was until I think it was until Halo 2 came out.
Yeah.
That MotoGP and MechWarrior Online were the 3 games that were on Xbox Live when it launched. Because I was in their beta. Oh my god, I forgot about Crimson Skies, dude.
Crimson Skies was so fucking good, and that's why when they announced that the hell's it called, Strike Suit Zero was coming out, I was like, dude, I got to get in on that. I enjoyed it, but it wasn't no Crimson Skies.
Yeah.
All right, so anybody else got any predictions that they want to throw out?
No, none for me. Senor Shepard?
No.
Wish list for me would be another Mega Man, but that's just me.
No, you're probably going to see what's that, Mighty Number 9 before you see another Mega Man come out.
Yep, that's sad. Capcom sucks.
No, they don't suck. I'd actually like to see another Strider game come out. Because that one's fucking fun. If you have not bought that game, I strongly suggest picking up the most recent Strider game done by Double Helix. Granted, Double Helix will not release another Strider game that's multi-platform because they've been bought out by Amazon. But if you get a chance, pick up that the new Strider game that's out. It's fucking fun as hell. Okay. Well, unless anybody's going to interject, we're going to go ahead and wrap this thing up. So I'm going to run down a list and let everybody close this out. Jerry, why don't you close this out or give us your shit?
Bye.
Bye.
I don't know what you want from me, and so.
I'm Scott. You can reach me on Twitter at flip42fl1p42, and my Twitch is twitch.tv/flip42, spelled the same way, fl1p42.
And that's the way the cookie crumbles.
There you go. I like that. John, you got anything that you want to throw in before I close this thing out?
No, I got nothing else for tonight.
Okay, so I am Ian, also known as Fiend75002. I'm on Twitter at Fiend75002. As you can tell, I'm the one that couldn't figure out how to work the fucking toolbar because everybody else has a little thing underneath them that's showing exactly what's going on. I didn't figure it out, so maybe next time. You can find me on Twitch at twitch.tv/Fiend75002. Feel free to stop by on Tuesdays. I should be streaming something unless something weird and random happens, which rarely ever happens in my life, but I'm just going to throw that out there in case if it ever does. This Tuesday, I will be streaming the new Wolfenstein game. Flip will be streaming the new Transistor game, so new Transistor game. Well, whichever. New Super Games? Is it Super Big Games or...
Super Giant Transistor is the name of the game. And give us a like or add us or request to be in our group on Facebook. We are Super Barley Brothers on Facebook, and that's where you can find all of our streaming posts whenever we go live with anything.
Also, feel free to subscribe to the channel that you're probably currently watching this on or listening to it on. If you're watching it on YouTube, feel free to give us a subscription, send us a comment, give us a like, share this video. Please share the video. I know I sound like I'm begging.
But
I am. Share the video and like it. If you feel like you want to give us some input, please do. If my lighting sucks, if anybody's lighting sucks, if our audio sucks, or anything along those lines, let us know. We can't fix shit if you don't tell us.
Exactly.
Also, with that being said, we are on Podbean. Feel free to give us a subscription there, or on iTunes, which, yeah, we're on there too. So feel free to give us a review on there as well. With that being said, again, subscribe, follow, subscribe, whatever. We'd love to hear from you guys as well. I'm sure we have an email box that I'm unaware of what the name is. But you can always send us stuff on the Super Barley Brothers Facebook page. You can send it, just put it on the page. We're going to see it. We get flagged, so, you know, we'll see it. But with that being said, anybody else want to say anything?
Bye.
See you in 2 weeks.
All right. Well, good night, and don't fucking cheat. All right, where's my fucking mouse? Oh, there it is. Okay. Good night, everybody.
Good night.